Hey guys, this is my April Joy Blue collab video. As you know, I missed last month due to various health issues, and I had hoped to post a little follow-up mini replacement for that video where I explained what's been going on with me, but basically I ran out of time in order to get this video up. I was hoping I would have these projects complete by now, but it's gonna have to be a work in progress video today. The video that I'm not posting that was supposed to be sort of kind of a replacement for March. These are like portfolio mini albums. This one was like partly done, and then this one was actually not with this paper with the polka dots on it. I had initially tried wrapping some cardboard with some of that DCWV paper that's like a printer paper. They had it at Dollarama. It's like 8.5 by 14 or something, and it's thicker than printer paper, but it's definitely not scrapbook paper either, and I thought that there was a really nice shade of blue, so I tried to make an album cover with that, and basically the paper's not sturdy enough. It didn't hold its shape at all. So in my initial video, I said I've made this one with the polka dot paper. I can lift that up. You can see it a little better there. But the other one with the blue, because I've never made this style of album before, I'll just keep it as a prototype and sort of figure things out from there. Well, within like 24 hours of me filming that, the other album had basically lost all its shape. So I ended up just ripping the paper off of it and, like, you know, salvaging the cardboard and then just making another album cover with the same DCWV cardstock paper from those oversized paper pads they had at Dollarama all the time. So this is what I've got so far. Like I said, these are work in progress, and I've never done this before where I'm making something that's bigger than 6x6 with 6x6 paper. These are about 8.25 by 6.25, so you can get 4x6 photos in them. Like I said, not totally complete, and because I only have one of each, I've been using the backyard table paper pads. I just have one of each of the double-sided and the single-sided. I didn't have enough to be able to do exactly the same designs everywhere because I am having to stretch the paper out a bit. So I made this one first, and then I tried to do a similar cover for this one. I was able to use the scrap from this paper because I had this exact same, the two flowered and the pink stripe on the back, like that. I was gonna maybe put pattern paper over the plain stripe in the middle there, but I think that just works better on the cover. I put it there so that the sentiment would pop. So then I did something similar. I used the scrap from this, but for some reason I didn't have enough scrap of this or something. So I had another sheet of this paper, which is what I used for the cover on this, and then the remainder of this scrap I used as the pop-up for this. So it's a bigger gap in the middle, but I think it still works. So again, the back is just like that. There isn't as much blue in this as I thought there was, and unfortunately it does end up looking like this is a pink project because these are blue, but they're like a purpley blue and they're very dark and there's not a lot of other shades. I think a lot of the blues actually end up in the cut-aparts. Yeah, there's a lot more blue and turquoise and stuff in the cut-aparts than there is in the actual paper. I think that's what led me to believe there was more blue, but as far as the actual patterned paper, there actually wasn't a lot of blue. So once I get through using these, I will be focusing on working on those Coastal Village paper pads, which do have more obvious blue in them. So it's not complete yet. Basically, I've just got a pocket here. I'm in the process of making inserts and things like that. And then a waterfall, which isn't finished because I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough pattern paper to do both sides of the waterfall, but it looks like I'm going to be able to. So I still have to glue those down, and then the other one, I haven't even finished cutting the papers out yet, and I haven't put the closure on this waterfall yet either. Again, I had to sort of improvise with what paper I was using. That's the general gist of it, and then, you know, I'll do a project share or show them next month or whatever. I have been doing some crafting over on my Twitch channel, which is linked in the description, and it's linked on my main page of my channel as well. And actually, the crafting streams have been doing fairly well. I can't get this closed. The crafting streams have been doing pretty well. I've been doing them after playing some games when I want to keep streaming, but I'm kind of not in the mood to play games anymore. I do want to do like a dedicated crafting stream and like announce that on Instagram and whatnot in advance, but if you want to check out what I've been doing there, you can check out my Twitch. Like I said, I'm just trying some things there, and one of them is crafting, and that actually seems to be going pretty well. There is actually some of the process of this on my Twitch channel, and there may be some more by the time this goes up. As for where I've been, well, at the start of March, I broke another tooth, and I'm still dealing with it. As of when this goes up on the 12th, that'll be 5 weeks exactly of me dealing with a broken tooth, and I'm not going to get pulled into the 6-week mark. I'm assuming this is because of COVID, having to spread out appointments for sanitization purposes. So I've been dealing with a broken tooth and not really knowing what to eat and when to eat it and so on and so forth for, at this point, almost 5 weeks. So that was the thing that initially stopped me from posting my video for March for this collab. I was in a hell of a lot of pain. On top of that, I recently broke into hives for no reason. That is also something that happened a few years ago. I suspect they might be connected, the tooth breaking and the hives. I don't know if having the tooth be broken just causes my immune system to eventually go into overdrive or what, but I remember it happened around Christmas, and the last tooth break happened in December of 2017. So if the hives were in December of 2017 as well, I suspect they might be related. And then, because of all of that, my sleep schedule's been a mess. And then on top of that, I've been kind of struggling with my content. Struggling with what to do on this channel, struggling with what to do on Twitch. The whole reason I started trying Twitch was because I felt like I'd be able to be more myself there. I feel like with crafting YouTube, I don't really fit the aesthetic, which isn't a bad thing. It's just hard to grow when you don't fit the aesthetic. You know, I don't have the clean, crisp, you know, bright filming setup, and I'm not particularly wholesome, I guess is the best way to put it. And I'm slow at crafting, so I can't pump out content on a regular basis like I'd like to, and like people who are successful do. So I'm like, well, let me try Twitch, because on Twitch I can just be myself, and whatever happens, happens. And I've been doing that, but unfortunately I forgot that people don't really like myself. So that's been a bit of a struggle, but I have found that throwing paper crafting in has sort of given me a little bit of a boost as far as having something different to offer on Twitch. If I knew that paper crafting was going to do that well, I would have made the channel in this channel's name. So feel free to check me out there if you like. It is free to follow and free to sign up on Twitch. But yeah, so I'm just in sort of an impasse as to what to do with my content, and then of course also struggling with the Etsy store. I think that's it for now. You can check out everyone else involved in the collab. They will all be linked below. Thank you for your patience with me. My tooth is scheduled to be pulled on April 19th, so I might be kind of quiet for a while after that, but hopefully not too long. And then maybe I can actually get something that resembles a routine happening here. So everyone take care, check out everybody else linked down below, and I will hopefully see you sooner than later. And like I said, check me out on Twitch. I'm there semi-regularly. I'm trying to get more regular there as well, both with crafting and just with other stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.